Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Naukri Lo. As you all know that I have given Infosys exam for system engineer, and if you don't know that, what are you doing? Follow me on Instagram. I always give you small updates on exams and vacancies on Instagram. Links are in the description. Please go through the link and follow me on Instagram also. So I cleared the written exams in Infosys and I have given the Infosys interview also. I have passed the Infosys interview and this is my call letter for proof because a lot of students do not believe without proof easily. So this video will be the exact replica of the Infosys interview that I faced for job interview. Don't skip any part of this video or don't skip this video, otherwise you will miss a lot. So let's start this video. Good morning, sir. Yeah, good morning. Please wait, I am taking your pic for the interview. Yeah, okay, done. Now show your I card in the camera. Yes, sir, this is my ID card. Okay, so let's start this interview. So, Devashish Kumar, tell me about yourself. I am very thankful to you for giving me an opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Devashish Kumar. I am from Ranchi, Jharkhand. I have passed my matriculation from CBSE in year 2011 with 10 CGPA. Then I have passed my higher secondary in 2013 with 86% of marks. I have passed my diploma in electronics and communication in 2016 with 88%, and then I have passed my BTech in electronics and communication in year 2019 with 9.2 CGPA. I have done 2 months course Java course and 2 months Oracle course. I have also done 3 month training in robotics and 1 month internship in BSNL. I have done a project in my college about the smart traffic system. It was a Arduino based project. During my free time, I like to read and listen to music or something like I'm passionate about traveling when I'm not working. I'm also passionate about entering the world of website and contributing toward making a social impact on your users or something like that. That is all about me. I wish to utilize my skills, learn and grow together with your company and provide top-notch service to your clients. Okay, so explain your project in your college. My college project was about smart traffic light system. Nowadays, in the crossroad, the traffic light is set for a fixed time for each road. Suppose there are four roads A, B, C, D, and there are less traffic in road A huge traffic in road B, and no traffic in road C. So nowadays, the traffic system gives 1 to 2 minutes to each of the road, whether there is a huge traffic or no traffic. So I came with an automatic solution to this problem. I use sensor to detect the traffic on each road. Then my smart traffic light system gives proportional amount of time to each road respectively. Like where there is a huge traffic, it will give 3 to 4 minutes, and where there is a less traffic, it will give 30 seconds to 1 minute. In this way, we can balance the traffic on each road proportionally. I have used Arduino board, LED lights, infrared sensors, solar batteries, and servo motors, etc. in this project. So, have you used any coding in your project? Yes, sir. I have used Arduino basic coding language in Arduino plus plus software in the computer. Okay, so how you coded for this project? Sir, using the infrared sensor, I get to know the number of vehicles on each road. I assign integer ABCD as four road vehicle count number. Then I compare the four road traffic density using the if statement and then assign them the time accordingly. Okay, so which computer language do you know? I am comfortable in Java computer language. Okay, so they was just tell me what is OOPS. OOPS is object-oriented programming language. Object means real-world entities such as a pen, car, table, computer, watch, etc. That is the object-oriented. Okay, so object-oriented programming is a methodology to design a program using a classes and object. It simplifies software development and maintenance by providing some concept, and the concepts are like object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstractions, and encapsulation. And what is a class? Collection of objects is called class. It is a logical entity. A class can be defined as a blueprint for from which we can create individual objects, and class do not consume any space. Okay, what is inheritance? When one object requires all the properties and behaviors of the parent object, it is known as inheritance. It provides code reusability. It is also used to achieve runtime polymorphism. So now tell me that what is the difference between the runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism? Runtime polymorphism. Whenever an object is bound with the functionality at the runtime, this is known as runtime polymorphism. And the runtime polymorphism can be achieved by method overriding. Java Virtual Machine also determines the proper method to call at the runtime, not at the compile time. And the compile time polymorphism, whenever an object is bound with their functionality at the compile time, this is known as compile time polymorphism. At compile time polymorphism, Java knows which method is to call by checking the method signature. So this is the compile time polymorphism, or the static or the early binding. Okay, compile time polymorphism is achieved by method overloading. Okay, now tell me the difference between method overriding and method overloading. So the difference between the method overloading and method overriding. Method overloading is used to increase the readability of the program, whereas method overriding is used to provide the specific implementation of the method that is already provided in the superclass. Uh, Method overloading is performed within the class, but the method overriding occurs in two classes. That is the inheritance, which the two classes have the inheritance relationship like that. And method overloading is a parameter, that the parameter is different, but the overriding method is the parameters must be the same. Method overloading is the example of compile time polymorphism, and the method overloading is the example of runtime polymorphism. Okay, now we are heading toward the coding part. Okay, so tell me, how will you code for palindrome number? How will you check that the number is given is a palindrome number or not? So for a palindrome number, I will assign an integer r, and I will assign an integer sum also, and the sum will be assigned 0. Okay. So suppose that the integer n is to be checked that whether it is palindrome or not, and I have assigned n equals to 454. Suppose. Okay. So there is another integer, that is a temp, and I will check that the temp equals to n or not. If temp equals to n, then n, if the n is greater than 0, then the r, that is the remainder, r equals to the n percentage 10, and we will have the sum equals to the uh, sum into 10 plus r, and the next way, the n will be divided by n divided by 10, and this will be using the while loop only. Okay, and then I will come out of the while loop, and then the if statement will be there. If temp equals to sum, if the temp is equals to the sum, then I will print out that the number is palindrome, and if it is not equals to the sum, then else system out dot print that is the number is not palindrome. Okay, so now tell me, how will you create a class in Java? We can use class name object equals to new, the class name, and then the bracket and the semicolon. We use that method to create an object in class. Okay, good. So now tell me, how will you code for a Fibonacci number series in Java? For a Fibonacci series, I will take integer n1, that is a 0, and integer n2 equals to the 1, and the n3, I will not assign any value in the n3, and then the count equals to 10. Okay, so SOP using the n1 plus the bracket will be a space will be there, plus double inverted comma using a space, because we are printing a series, and we will have a space in between the two numbers, right? So n1 plus space plus n2. Okay, and then a loop will be there for I equals to 2, and the I is greater, if the I is greater than count, then plus plus I, it will be a initially increment of I. Okay, so the next, the n3 equals to n plus 2, and SOP, the inverted comma plus n3, and n1 equals to n2, and n2 equals to n3, because the value of the integer will be changed because we are using the loop. Okay, so the value of n1, n2, n3 will be changed regularly. n1 will become n2, and n2 will become n3 for the loop. So in this way we will print the Fibonacci series. Okay, now tell me, do you have any active backlogs, or do you have a certificate degree in your hand? Have you completed your BTech? I have a complete degree with no backlogs. Okay, do you have a laptop and a good internet connection at your home? Yes, sir. I have my personal laptop with a Wi-Fi internet connection of 100 Mbps. Okay, so now tell me, why should we hire you? Honestly, I possesses all the skills and experience that you are looking for. I am confident that I am a good fit for this position for several reasons, and most specifically because of my dedication to going above and beyond in a job. I am committed to learning any skills, any new skills on my own to success in this role. Okay, now as you people know that we are working in work from home model, and after a few weeks or in few months we will shift back to the work from office. So tell me the basic difference between the work from home and the work from office scenario. What is the main differences? So the advantages for work from home, travel time and travel time to and from the office will be saved. Uh, we can spend more time with family. This is beneficial for many, especially for parents of young children. Even in modern times, women are expected to take care of home and children. With this responsibility, several women are forced to leave their job. The rise in work from home culture is a boon to them. With this, more women can join in jobs again. The location will not be a barrier. Employees can get a job even in the office that is located in another city also. And if they want to go to their office and colleagues better, they can attend the office at regular intervals, like once a week. There is also many disadvantages for work from home for employees, that the line between the work and home will be blurred. In general, employees leave work tension at office and come to home to relax. But in this opportunity will be lost. If the opportunity is lost, it will cause anxiety. If work and personal life are not balanced well, work will extend to longer hours. This can create work from home burnout, and employees have to set up a work environment in home, which is inoccur. This will incur an extra expense for a separate room, for a separate environment. Even then, some people may not be focused on work due to the lack of professional atmosphere. So there are many advantages to the companies also for the work from home. That is the less expense for office maintenance, and office can hire many talented people, even they can reside in another city, and employees may not ask for much leaves, and disadvantages also for the companies. Training new staff can be tough with the employees working from home. Have to deal with work from home specific challenges like information security and hacking, video calls. It is also difficult for a company to monitor work from home employees. So these are the advantages and disadvantages for work from home, and vice versa for the work from office. The disadvantages in the work from home are the advantages of the work from office, and the advantages of work from office are the disadvantages of work from home. Yeah, the vice versa. Now, if suppose you get a job, get this job, so are you comfortable with relocation? Yes, sir, I am comfortable. Okay, do you have any questions? Because the interview is over. No, sir, I don't have any questions. Okay, then the interview is over and you will get a mail about this result. If you get selected, then you will get a selected mail. And if you get rejected, you will also get a rejected mail. Okay, now Devashish, you can leave now. Thank you. Thank you, sir. It was a nice meeting with you. Me too. Okay, bye. Okay, bye, sir. So this was the interview of Infosys. This is the exact replica of the interview that I faced in Infosys. I had cleared the interview. I also got the call letter from Infosys. It was a great interview. The interviewer was great and he made me comfortable because I was nervous because this was my first interview of my life. If you like this video, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel. It took around 7 days to me for making this video. It took a lot of hard work. Please appreciate my hard work by subscribing this channel, like this video. Share this video to your friends, to your WhatsApp and Telegram channel. Help me by sharing this video to your friends. Make this video viral. Help your friends, help others. God will help you. Thank you for watching this video. See you in next video. Goodbye.